Hello children, good morning. Today's session we are going to do note making. It is something new for you, absolutely new. So pay attention. Note making. What is it? What is note making? Okay. Notes are short written record of facts to aid the memory. Aid means to help. Remember. Notes are usually taken to record a speech or dictation while listening to it or after reading a book. Book, it could be magazine or article also. They are referred back whenever needed and may be reproduced in the desired way. What is the importance or what is the necessity of note making? Why is it required? Knowledge is vast and unlimited, but our memory is limited. Yes, of course, memory is limited. We cannot remember all the information all the time. Hence, note making is necessary. With the help of notes, we can recall the entire information. At the time of examination also you make notes, right children? So with the help of notes, we can recall the entire information read or heard months ago. Note making is quite useful to students, yes, especially at the time of examination. It helps them. At the time of examinations, it is not possible to go through voluminous books. Oh my God, those big, huge books comprises so many pages at such critical times. Notes are quite handy. So what you do, you just go through the notes and that is how you keep everything in your memory. Yes, children? Yeah. Hence, note making fulfills 3 useful functions. Come on, read. First, it keeps a lot of information at our disposal for ready reference. Yes, very true. It helps us reconstruct what was said or written and thus accelerates the process of remembering or recalling. It comes in handy in delivering a speech, participation in a debate, discussion, writing an essay and revising lessons before an examination. So there is a use of note making. How does it help us? What? Note making. While making notes, we do not simply read the passage, listen to speech, but consider various points made by the writer or the speaker and draw our own inferences about what is being presented. Thus, note making helps us in understanding the passage in a better way and organizing our thoughts systematically. So, what are the characteristics of good notes? Short and compact, very much important. Good notes must be short and compact. Complete information. They must contain all the important information. This is very important. Logical. They must be presented in a logical way, in a proper sequence. And of course, it must be understandable. They should be understandable when consulted at a later stage. Mechanics of note making. Children, this question is a must in the question paper. So pay attention. Try to understand. While making notes, we follow certain standard practices. Now, if you read once, you'll not understand. It comes with practice. Understanding comes with practice. You have to read many passages, answer the questions, then you'll be thorough. These may be listed as follows: heading and subheadings, abbreviation and symbols, note form, numbering and indentation. So let's see what is heading and subheadings. The heading reflects the main theme, whereas the subheadings point out how it has been developed. The selection of proper heading and subheading reveals the grasp of the passage by the students. In the absence of proper assimilation of main ideas and subsidiary points, it is impossible to make notes. So you have to first understand the important points, the main ideas, then you can make notes. Abbreviation and symbols. They are used for precision and economy of words and hence quite helpful in note making. At least 4 recognizable abbreviations are to be used. This is compulsory. These are essential components of note making. Students often make use of abbreviations and symbols in doing their written work. Yes, of course. See, so look at the symbols which can be used. So look at that. These are some universal symbols. What? See that? For, and, therefore, because, greater than, less than. Yes. Abbreviations can be divided into 3 groups. Acronyms, capital initial letters, contractions taking the first few letters, short forms. Examples of acronyms: CBSE, GPO, General Post Office. These are all acronyms. USA, UNO, UNESCO, SHO, Station House Officer. Go through it very carefully. Now look at the contractions. These are the contractions. So these are the contractions. So these are the contractions. I hope you are going through. Okay, now have a look at the short forms. Have a look at the short forms now. Please go through. Are you going through? Some other contractions. Use of full stop in abbreviations. Look at that. Kernel, division. Look at that. Confusing abbreviation should be avoided. Example, the abbreviation UNDER may stand for understand, understood, understanding. So such abbreviations must be avoided. Keep in mind. Okay, children? Note form. While making notes, the whole information is listed in note form in points. Notes should not be written in complete sentences. This you have to remember, as we can't remember the whole information. So only the main points are listed, one under the other and numbered. It implies the logical division and subdivision of the listed information by using figures, letters, dashes and spaces. All examples and figurative speeches are eliminated, not to be used. Now, numbering and indenting. What is indentation? Indentation means leaving space at the beginning of a line of print or writing first the title and then write down the notes in a logical order. From the main headings to the subheadings, the numbering should be spaced a little to the right. I'll show you now. So have a look at this. Should be spaced a little to the right. See what are the main sections, the subsections. Look at the indented format. So conclusion. Once again you want to see that? See the indented format. This is how. When we do some examples, you'll understand. Note making is a useful skill. You must develop it with constant. It comes with practice. I told it. I said that to you. It is an essential part of our academic life. Now, how to write note making. Step 1. Read the passage carefully. Try to get the theme and the subject. Yes, you have to understand first. What is it about? You may ask yourself, what is this passage about? This will provide you the gist. Then read carefully. Identify the main ideas and the important points, the supporting points. Okay. See, make notes of the main ideas under headings and subpoints and subheadings. You have to use proper layout, format, indented, linear form, sequential form. I'll show that to you in example. Tabular, flowchart, pie chart, graphs, diagrams, recognizable abbreviations. Okay. So that is important. Read this, things will be clear to you. This is the first passage. Read it. What is it about? Read this passage, children. Conversation is indeed the most easily teachable of all arts. All you need to do in order to become a good conversationalist is to find a subject that interests you and your listeners. There are, for example, numberless hobbies to talk about, but they're important. What is most important, children? But the most important thing is that you must talk about other fellows' hobby rather than your own. Therein lies the secret of your popularity. Talk to your friends about things that interest them. You'll get a reputation of good fellowship. There's nothing that pleases people so much as your interest in their interest. Try to understand the passage. Then this is the second paragraph. Please read it. You must know what subjects to avoid, what to select for conversations. It's very important. Otherwise, you may become boring, yeah? And avoid talking too much. And if it is about sickness or death, everybody finds it boring. So, you have to be a good conversationalist. You must know only what to say, but how to say it also. You must be quick, witty, but you should not hurt others with your wit, with your intelligence. Try to avoid mannerism in your conversation. Don't bite your lips and or click your tongue or roll your eyes or use your hands excessively as you speak. Don't be like that Frenchman who said, "How can I talk if you hold my hand?" So you have to make notes, okay? Write the summary. Note making with suitable title carries 5 marks. It's a must question. And the next one, summary, carries 3. So here's the answer. This is how you have to write it, children. Please watch very carefully. Read it very carefully. This is something very new. You'll get used to it by practice. See. The title of conversation notes. That's 2.1. Because see, question is 2.1. See. So here 2.1. Under that 1. CNVN, what is that? Conversation. Most easily teachable art. TCHBLE, that is a abbreviation for teachable art. Then under that ABC. Required, see the short, the abbreviation used. Interesting subject, again abbreviated. Hobbies, talk about other fellows. Interest, hobby. Winning reputation, good conversationalist, good friendship, charming wit, brilliant mind. Now, initially you may find it a little difficult, but you'll understand gradually. Then, look at that. What subjects to avoid? Select unpleasant subjects, sickness. So that is how you have to divide. Talking, TLKG, talking about self. Qualities of a good conversationalist. Mentally, MENTY, that's mentally. Unhurting, Point number C is unhurting. It is abbreviated. You should not write in full sentences, okay? Then 2.2. What is this? This is the summary. All the important points should be included. Read it. So this is how you write the summary. All the important points should not be missed out. Okay, children? Okay. So that's the summary. Read it very carefully. That's how you have to write the summary. It comes in 2.2 questions. So question number. So here we have written 2.2. Okay, one more passage so that you can understand. Okay. See, it is about business letter. Read it. This passage deals with what? It deals with what? That you have to understand first. It deals with business letter. What is its function? How should it be written? We have to be careful about the style, content. Then we have to be concise, clear and courteous, means very polite. So that's the second paragraph. You have to reread and revise. You have to be very precise because you're not writing to your friend. So this passage deals with business letters, how to write. Yes, children, are you able to understand? In case you come across a difficult word, your duty is to look up the word in a dictionary and write down the meaning and try to understand. So this passage deals with what? Business letter. You have to read it very carefully. So this is the third paragraph. It must be very clear. You have to express your ideas very firmly. You cannot deviate from the main topic. So that's the third paragraph. You have to read it carefully. You have to use a proper format in writing a business letter. That is important. And you have to reread whatever you have written. And you have to clearly express your view, your message. It must be courteous. You cannot insult. You cannot use sarcasm, making fun of somebody. No. You have to be very, very courteous, very polite, very humble. So this passage deals with what? Business letters. How do you write it? You cannot afford to be sloppy. Yes. Your tone should be absolutely courteous. Okay, now, so you have to read the passage and make summary. Make notes and then write the summary. So, title is very important. First and foremost, 2.1 title, writing a business letter. Notes. Below that you have to write notes. Please go through very, very carefully. Features of a good business letter. GD is good, BUSNS is business. Abbreviated words, which is a must. Features of a good business letter. Under that, 1.1, the sub-points. Then you have 1.2, next point, concise, then clear, courteous. It is concise, it is clear. No, we don't write big long sentences in note making. Point 2. Under that we have 2.1. See? Then you can divide it 2.1.1, 2.1.2. That's okay, absolutely fine. These are the abbreviated words. Letter, occasionally, words and sentences. SENTS means sentences. Okay, you have to try to understand, children. You just cannot say, no, it's difficult, I can't understand. You have to understand, you have to make an effort to understand. It comes with practice, practice, and only practice. Read such passages, read the answers. You'll become thorough with it. Look at the abbreviation structure. Again, sentences, explanations, references. So this is how you write, points, subpoints, but you do not write in big long sentences. See that. I hope you are able to understand. We'll do more of this, don't worry. This comes with practice, children. You read a passage, you understand it, it's not possible. So that's the what? That's the summary, wherein you have to include all the important points. So you write the summary like this. So that's the summary. See, this is how you write the summary, very important. Important points should not be missed out. Are you reading it? Yeah. So we'll do more of this, don't worry. And this, with practice, you will become perfect. So try to read more and more passages on note making, read the answers. You'll find it easy, okay? It comes with practice. Understanding comes with practice. So this is your, what's your assignment? Note down the passages, read, understand, and write down the notes and the summary, okay? Thank you.